Good, Tyson. How are you? You good? All good on audio on your end?
Yep, hearing everything, doing good.
All right. Thank you. We'll get started. We have Tyson Lewis with us here, our second round pick from last night. Tyson, thank you for taking some time. So, Trent and Charlie, any questions whenever you're ready?
Well, Tyson, congratulations first of all. But what uh, what was your kind of reaction to the Reds drafting you? And I'm sure they had talked to you plenty before actually taking
Yeah,
the pick.
yeah. I actually heard a little bit before the draft started. There's some rumors, there's a lot of interest there at pick 51. So I was thinking, if I was still on the board at that slot, there was probably a good shot they're going to take me. So, I mean, yeah, hearing your name, getting called, that was the coolest feeling in the world. And I'll never, ever, ever forget that feeling. Yeah, it was insane.
A lot of reports and breakdowns say this past year was a big step for your power and your speed. How much did you really take a stride this season?
Yeah, the offseason was huge for like getting in the weight room, getting more explosive, getting a little stronger. That was huge for me. And another big piece was the nutrition, kind of putting on some weight onto the frame. That was huge. And yeah, I think it kind of showed up a little bit in the spring, with the slugging numbers and all that. And yeah, that was definitely a pretty big focus for me in the offseason.
Just how
It's
big
the second year in a row they've kind of gone with a guy from a cold weather environment with a shortstop.
Yeah.
That could be tough for a player. What is, I don't know. How have you kind of tried to fight against the stigma against guys from, well, below or above the Mason-Dixon line?
Yeah, you for sure hear that. We're cold weather. We're kind of stuck inside all the time. We don't get to play as much as those, East Coast, West Coast guys. So, yeah, that's a big thing. Honestly, like for me, like I'm confident in myself. I know I can play with those guys, and coming off the summer circuit, being around those types of dudes, I felt really comfortable being around all those guys and kind of fit right in. So I'm just excited to get going.
I see that Nebraska hasn't had a high school player drafted since 2019, until you got picked. Like, kind of what was that path? Maybe you were taking a little bit of a different path. Coming out here is obviously a big time draft prospect.
Yeah, I mean it's really cool. Nebraska, we've had some good ball players come out of Nebraska. So yeah, being another guy, that coming out of Nebraska, and it's really special. And yeah, it's really cool. But yeah, I mean there's been a lot of great players that have come out of the state and have done great things. So I'm just try to be like them.
Was curious if in your recruiting into Arkansas, if you'd gotten to know or at least meet uh, uh, I'm sorry, Stovall,
Yeah.
who the Reds took today.
I actually had not on my official visit. I didn't run into him. I met a couple other guys, but no, I didn't run into him. But I saw him at the combine a little bit, and yeah, that's really cool to take another Razorback. So that's really cool, and hopefully, down in the system, we'll kind of run into each other a few times.
Who are your favorite shortstops?
I mean, Ellie De La Cruz, obviously, he's exciting to watch. I love him. Corey Seager has been another one of my guys. I love watching him play. He's kind of that bigger left-hand hitting shortstop, kind of similar type build. He's a little bigger than me, but yeah, I've always loved watching him play. And Francisco Lindor too has been. Those are kind of my guys I've always loved to watch. So yeah.
Anyone you like model your swing after or anything like that?
Not too much. I try to stay natural, kind of to myself. But like Corey Seager, he's super simple approach. And I just really like his swing. So I mean, maybe every once in a while, kind of just go back to like what he does. He's very simple, direct to the ball, and yeah, I've always loved his swing.
All good? You guys all set? All right, Tyson, thank you a ton. Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Good.
Absolutely,
Thanks,
really,
Tyson.
really appreciate you guys. Thanks for your time.
Yeah,
Have a
absolutely.
great one.
Have a good
All
night,
right, yeah,
everyone.
you too. Bye bye.
Thank you.